Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's me, Sergey. It's lovely to have you here again. If you're new here, welcome to the family. If you're old, welcome back. Thank you for your support. Please do well to like, subscribe, comment, and share with friends. Share on your social media. Try to support your baby girl. So today we're going to be talking about Albania. A lot of my friends know how crazy I am over Albania, and it is incredible. Because I've done a previous video. If you haven't watched it, please do well to watch it. Link somewhere here or in the description below. I did enjoy Albania, and because of that, I went twice. So I'm just going to be talking about Albania, but specifically, I'm going to be talking about Tirana because the video for Tirana is up. And so I'm just going to be talking about my experience there, tips that you may need for Tirana if you're going to Tirana. And yeah, so come in. Thank you. Come in, come in, come in. Let's start the video. Okay, guys, so starting first, I'll talk about the flight. Flight is so affordable, it's very affordable. I think it's still one of the cheapest places to go to, um, like especially like flight wise, because you could find tickets as low as £25. I'm not even joking. As low as £25, you will find tickets. But then again, depending on the season, like if it's summer season, you may find it really expensive, like up to like 200. But trust me, like there's some times you could check, and depending on when you check as well, you could see tickets as low as 25, 30, 40. I think when I was going the first time, I think I paid like £40 or so, maybe lower. I probably paid £40, but when I started the search, I saw for like £25. So that's why I remember that you could get it as cheap as £25. So yeah, only I feel like I think it's only London. You can only go through London, so that's something to consider because it took me more money to get to London, like to and fro to London, than to actually get from London to Albania, and it was just crazy. I'm like, make it make sense. Why is transportation around the UK so expensive? I don't know why. Can somebody tell me why? Why? But yeah, for accommodation, I always like most of my videos when I talk about accommodation, I always say, find somewhere close to the city center or in the city center. But accommodation in Tirana is so affordable. I won't say it's cheap, but it's very affordable. So you could actually afford to stay in the city center like I did. Although it's a bit, I feel like hotels or accommodations a bit far away from city center are more like pleasantly appealing than the ones that are close to city center. I felt like the ones that are close to the city center, you need to spend more to get a better quality, if you understand, like to get a better maybe 3 star 4 star hotel, not even 3 star, because I stayed in a 3 star hotel and I didn't really like it. But yeah, like 4 star 5 star hotel, yeah, there are some 5 stars hotel in the city center, but obviously you will spend more. So yes, I always say get breakfast included. If you can't get all inclusive, or you can't get breakfast and dinner, do get breakfast included. It just saves you a lot of stress and energy trying to wake up in the morning trying to find food. Again, if you're in the city center, they have a lot of restaurants, a lot of places that you could even have your breakfast in. Accommodation in Tirana is so good. Like it's affordable, and you get to be around the places that you want to be at, and you don't need to spend money on public transportation. I did use a taxi, when I was coming from the airport to the city center. But I would tell you that no, I didn't use a taxi when I was coming from city center. I used the taxi when from the city center to my accommodation. But from the airport to Tirana city center, you could actually take a bus. There are also taxis around, but you could take a bus. They have like these coastal buses, these long buses that goes to like different cities, and it's very affordable. I think the when I paid it was £4, 450 euros, and you could use your card, you could use cash. Tirana, they actually use two currencies. So they use their Albanian lake and they use euros. So if you don't have Albanian lake, you could get euros and then you could use euros. And again, the food is affordable. In fact, Tirana and affordability, they are like 5 and 6, they are very close together, because I feel like um out of all the countries I've been to, especially like in Europe, Tirana is still one of the places that you could go there and you could experience their culture, you could experience the city, and not break the bank, if you understand what I mean. Yeah, so if you're checking, check for hotels, make sure they are close to the city center. There are places around the city center that you also want to visit. So when you visit there, you don't really need to go through, like, we did enter taxi, but it was to go to like long distance places, not around the city, not going hopping from one taxi to another around the city. So just be careful about that when you're booking accommodation. But again, Tirana is a small city, so any which way, do you find comfort and do you. So yeah, I feel like for you to enjoy Tirana, I don't think you need to stay 1 week there, except if you want to go around, like if you want to have like a tour of the whole Albania, like go to the east, go to the north, go to like different cities. But if you're going to Tirana alone, I recommend staying 3 days. I feel like 3 days is enough time for you to actually visit all the places that are important, that needs visiting. And I just feel that you'll be able to like experience more, and you could even have one day where just relax and do do touristy things and just venture out and just walk around places. But to be honest, I feel like 3 4 days should be enough time to actually visit Tirana and enjoy Tirana. So going to activities, we did a bit of activities. Wasn't too jam packed because I think we only stayed 4 days there, so we're able to spread our activities. We did the National Museum. We went to the square, the city center square. I will put the name somewhere around here because I'm not about to pronounce it, but it's Skanderberg Square, if I got that right. But I'll put the description. I'll put the name here, which is just like when you're in the Skanderberg Square. The National Museum is just by the side there, and then there's this I love tea, which we took like a couple of pictures around there as well. So there it links to Bunk Art 2, so which is a museum for like the times when they were in a communist society, and they have a strong history. And when I listen to the history, like knowing about their leader at that time, it was amazing. Like I feel like, because again, when we went to that bunk arts, um we had a local with us. He didn't come with us. We met him there, and then we just struck conversation, and then he was telling us about the history and everything, and it was amazing. And he even invited us to a parliament session the following day, but because we already had something booked for it, so for that day, so we weren't able to go for that parliament section. But that's how expressive they are. They're very friendly. Their culture is, they're very friendly, and their culture has so much history backing it, especially like how they were able to, how they were shut out of the world, and how they had spies, secret agents. You know, you getting married to a secret agent and you wouldn't know, people spying to the government and trying to, trying to rebel, you know, a lot of culture, a lot of history. And the way you could find out about that history is if you actually go online. And if you go online, they're actually, and you maybe type free tour guides, they're actually tour guides that, you know, take walk tours around Tirana city, showing you like important places and telling you like history backing it. So there's also House of Leaves, and so that House of Leaves is like a surveillance museum. So it shows you, you know, I talked about how different people were spies for the government and spies for like maybe other government, and how, you know, there are like a lot of history backing it. So that House of Leaves is is a very interesting place to be at, because it will show you like how they put like, not now, not like in recent times now, like in the olden days, like 18, 19, something something, how they'll like put like recording devices in carts, like carts fur, how they'll put it like maybe in your mirror, like went to that Dit Express. So that Dit Express, it's a cable car ride to and fro. Yes, you pay for it again and again. I'm so sorry, I can't. I probably would list how much it is in the description below, or maybe just put it on the screen when I find out what how much it is. But yeah, it was a really lovely experience. So we were going to, we took a cable car to the mountains, and so in the city, because we went there around February. So in the city, it was cold, but it wasn't freezing or anything. But when we went to the mountains, like you could actually see ice on the floor, like it had snowed and stuff like that. So it was like a very good experience, because it was like it just took us like maybe 10 minutes to move from one climb climate to another. So it was very interesting. So we took a cable ride. We did a horse riding. We did gun shooting. We shot guns, balloon. So it was really nice, and yeah, we did have an interesting experience there. It was lovely. They have a very nice restaurant and cafe as well. We got back, went to the city center, caught something to eat. One thing about the city center is there are a lot of restaurants. I don't know if I've mentioned it earlier, but there are a lot of restaurants. There are a lot of restaurants, and one thing that, you know, I was going to say it in the beginning when I said I was going to jump ahead of myself, is the thing about Albania is, yes, they use two currencies, euro and Albanian lek, but they also do use contactless as well. However, contactless are mostly used in like restaurants and probably your hotel and so. But when you're going to like all these museums, going to all these activities, you do need to actually hold cash. So it's advisable to take your cash, and also for like transactions where you can use contactless, you can use contactless, because there are a lot of restaurants, and there is this castle, this old castle. So it used to be a castle before, but it's been broken down, and there are like loads of like rows of restaurants, different meals, different restaurants from different cuisines from different countries, Italian, Spanish, like different. Chinese, Korean. So it was a lot. It was a lot to, take in. And when you're like hopping from one restaurant to another, like you're checking the menu, okay, can I see something that I would like here? And then you move to another and you move to another. So sometimes it may be, especially if you're really selective, it may actually be hard for you to find food, but you're not finding food because of there is no food. It's because you just have loads of options. So we went to a couple of restaurants. There's one restaurant I always recommend to my friends because when that was like the first lunch we had there when we came in, and it was amazing. It's Bati restaurant. It was amazing. Like we just had large portions. Like when we were like, oh, give us this, give us that, bring it, bring that, bring this. And then when you're saying, yeah, bring this, and we're like, we are the way we are spending, the way we are saying bring this, I hope we're not spending all our money at once. And then when the bill came, it was like, we're like, really, this bill is like what one person would spend, just one person would spend in London, and three of us sat down, ate, full, like overfed, and it was just like the cost of one person's meal. So that was really lovely. Like we really did enjoy it. I do also want to recommend one other restaurant, Libon. It's a dessert shop, and they had an array of amazing desserts, and they tasted so good. Going out in the night as well, they have a very lovely nightlife culture as well. We did go to radio bar. Yeah, radio bar, one of it just had like a pub like experience as well. It was lovely through and through. I felt like the feeling of the city. I felt like the it made me feel at home. Like, I don't know, I just had this at home feeling when I was in Tirana. I don't know, it just made me feel, I think it was just the friendly faces, the friendly conversations. I met someone there as well, who is Albanian, and actually had an amazing feel to it. I felt at home, and that was one of the reasons why I felt like, yes, I'm definitely coming back to Albania. So yeah, Tirana, I did um at the end of my stay, the last day, I think the last night, I actually went to a spa as well. So I had a really nice spa experience. That was my first spa experience, and it was amazing. So yeah, I had a real good deep tissue massage, and I think that was 4,000 lek. Yeah, 4 5,000 lek. Yeah, something like that. But it was okay. It wasn't bad at all. I mean, they gave me tea, so can we complain? So it was good. And yeah, Albania was just amazing. The thing about traveling is not everyone will experience what you have experienced. But like I told my friend, experience the culture for yourself, but be open. Don't think about the rave, don't think about the hype. Just go to the country without thinking about like having so much high expectation. You can have expectation, but don't think everyone will bow at your feet, or don't think everyone will, say, like, just enjoy yourself, and hopefully you get good experience. The people you meet will be different from people that I met when I was there, and so definitely our experiences will differ a bit. So yes, that is it for my video, and thank you for gisting with me. Thank you for staying. If there are any questions that you have for Albania, any things that I didn't say that you wanted me to say, do put it in the comments below. I'll be gathering up the questions, and I'll make a video about it. And I'm sure it will be a more comprehensive video. At least it will be what you want to hear. And yes, thank you. Do well to like if you enjoyed the video. If you didn't, then tell me the reasons why you didn't enjoy it in the comment section below. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. And then please share with friends, share on your social media. Support is what asking for. Thank you very much, and do enjoy the rest of my other videos if you haven't watched it. Bye.